The word water is vesi. How would you spell it?
Vesi.
Vesi.
V-E-S-I.
S-I. And this word is again from Proto-Uralic mother tongue. In that language it was vetsi, but we can see how the T has dropped out and it's vesi. If you remember that we talked about numbers, we had number 2, kaksi, and then in negative sentence like I don't wait you for 2 minutes, we needed to have the uncertain state. We did something to kaksi. First off, if you take off the last syllable of the number kaksi, what do you have?
Kak.
Kak. What did we do to the K to make it soft?
We change it to H.
Yes. What do you have?
Ka.
Then we added ta, T-A, kahta. So kaksi kahta. So this S-I ending, especially in these words that are from the Proto-Uralic language, behave as they were ending to E. Like in the word vesi, we have E there, but it behaves just like the word was ending to an E, but to make that thing we take off the first syllable and then we do the rest. If you have vesi and you take off the last syllable, what do you have left?
Ve.
Ve. And now, what would be water uncertain state?
Vea.
Yeah, it would be vea with A with 2 dots. Why?
Why with two dots?
Yes.
Because of the E.
Yes, E is...
The neutral.
Yes, it belongs to neutral. What kind of ending does neutral take?
A with dots or...
Yeah, the dotted
Why?
group. So we would have vea, and how are you going to separate the 3 vowels?
We bring a T.
Yes, how is it?
Veta.
Veta. And instead of adding 2 E's, or not 2 E's, but an additional E, in the uncertain state, we added 2 T's. So how is water uncertain state?
Veta.
Vettä. And as we can see, the word to uncertain state, kahta, we have the same behavior. We have T-A there, kahta, but we have H before it. Kahta. So we didn't have to add another T there. To get the certain state of these words ending SI, we are going to take off the SI syllable. So if we have vesi, what do you have then?
Ve.
Ve. And now we are adding a D there. D, how is it?
Veda. Vet.
Ved. And we are adding a vowel there plus the N. So it's not vedn, but what vowel do you think we add?
Veden.
Veden, yes. And what vowel is that?
E.
E, yes. Veden. And as you can see, here we have D. And what was the uncertain amount of water?
Vetta.
Vettä. So it's just like we had the T there softening to D. But of course we have 2 T's in the uncertain state. But it's just like it softened to a D. And then we couldn't just add the ending there, but we had to add a placeholder vowel, veden. The only difference between kone, which is ending to the A, B, C, D, E, and vesi, veden, is that there's the D. But we have kone, and we add the additional E there, and vesi, veden. We have additional either, but we also have D. How would you say to, the word to, certain state? Let's take it step by step. What is the number 2?
Kaksi.
Kaksi. Take off the last syllable.
Kak.
Kak. Change the K to H.
Kah.
Kah. And now add the D and the rest.
Kahden.
Kahden. And the number 1 in Finnish is yksi. How would you spell this?
YKSI.
Yes, yksi. And there we have the same thing. Take off the last syllable. What do you have?
Uk.
Uk. And you change the K to what letter?
To H.
How is it then? And now at the D and the rest, how is it?
Yhden.
Yhden. If we want the 2 uncertain amount or 1 uncertain amount, we are going to do something pretty familiar to us. So as we had kaksi, kahden, of course we take off the N of kahde. Now we have kahde, because the N was the certain state ending. But the E is placeholder, so we take it off. We have just kah, kah. But now, to get the 2, number 2 uncertain state, you need to add the uncertain ending there. How is it?
Kahden.
So you have kahden, you take off the certain ending N, you have kahde, and because the E was just placeholder to add the N, we took it off as well. We have kahd, K-A-H-D. And now, what is the uncertain ending vowel?
T.
Vowel.
The vowel. A.
A, yes, or A with 2 dots. Mm-hmm. And if you take a look at kah, is H a consonant or vowel?
Consonant.
Yes. If the word ends to a consonant or if it has 3 vowels, we need to use the separator consonant. What is that separator consonant?
A T.
T. So instead of adding A, we are going to add
T.
And
E.
Not E, but
And A.
Yes, so we're going to add ta. So what would be 2 uncertain state?
Kahta.
Kahta. And 1, yksi, uncertain state?
Yhtä.
Yhtä. One way to look at the whole yksi, yhtä, kaksi, kahta, kahden, yhden thing, we can think about that. We have the yksi, number 1. The last syllable is SI. We take it off, then we have yk. Then like we have nähdä, näkee, hän näkee, H becoming K. Here we have the reverse thing. Yksi, yk, yh. Then, because the part of which we have here is ending to a consonant, we need to add a T as well if we want the uncertain state yhtä. That's why we have the T there. But then, if we think about the certain state, then we can kind of think it as the yhtä, but just replacing the T with its soft sound, D, and then having the placeholder there and N to have yhden, the certain state of number 1.